Hello, beautiful people. This is Travis with Madden Mindset, and this is the reason why you are not learning from your mistakes. As everybody knows, the only way to really learn from a mistake is, you first have to admit to it. But admitting to mistakes can most of the time be very embarrassing. And of course, we don't like to be embarrassed. Most of us are emotionally attached to our mistakes, and this is where this embarrassment comes from. You feel like judging your past self and judging these mistakes are judging you in your present right now and who you are. But thankfully, the same person that made that mistake is not the same person you are in this current time. Because you now are the person that reviewed that mistake that you had and are taking steps in your future life to make sure that that mistake doesn't happen again. If you got an argument with somebody and you ended up being the aggressor at the end and didn't let the argument end, and you're looking back on that and you feel, man, that was stupid of me, and I should have just ended it at this certain time and said this and said that. Well, at that point, you are no longer that person that made that initial mistake. So you can actually let go of that ownership of that mistake and accept that mistake, because that's not even you who you in this current moment. Whenever you think of past mistakes like this, it's so much easier just to instantly let go of that guilt and that embarrassment of that mistake. Because, like, I want to tell you again, you are not that person that made that mistake, right? You are the person that identified that mistake and are going to take steps to make sure that mistake doesn't happen in the future. And that's it. Once you decide this in your head and you set this apart from your emotional attachment, that's literally it. Now, of course, doing this doesn't actually separate you from the consequences of the mistake. Maybe you did something, broke a law, or ruined a relationship, and you may still suffer the consequences from that mistake, but you can give away that embarrassment of the mistake just by the simple step of realizing that you are not that person that made that mistake, and you are better going forward. For the next 24 hours, I want you to focus on thinking that I am not my mistakes. I am the lesson that came from those mistakes. Meaning that you are not the mistake that you made, but you are the improvements of making those mistakes. Drop a comment below to let me know that you're ready to let all this embarrassment go.